Welcome back to the table. This is Dice Goblins D&D, and I'm your DM, Harley Robinson. Welcome to Season 3! We've made it!
Woo!
Where we last left
Yay!
off, Adavancia was finally left behind. So many adventures, so many plots, so much politics. But that's not where we're going this time. After delving into a cave, obtaining a giant trident, and Ecclesia having an unfortunate encounter with a person of their past, the party moved on, heading to the next adventure to find out what is going on with the Redback Mountains. So the party leaves Adavancia, and it's a good trek to the Redback Mountains. You are starting on the coast, and you are going almost to the opposite side of the country. Narrow-wise, think Florida, across the width, not the length.
I would rather not think about Florida.
Nobody would. But you're heading to the Redback Mountains, which is on the border of the Genoa provinces and Tabris. I got distracted by background speech. Um, but you continue your travels as you think about your mission to investigate the mountain. And just for the sake of discovering some background, who would have information on this? Ovar, Kirill, and Kanan, you can all roll me Kirill, history check, Ovar, religion check, and Kanan, I'd like you to roll me a survival check.
Ooh, 9. Nope, sorry, 10.
Uh, Ovar? Well, because this is something that you would know.
Ooh. 16.
Nice.
18.
Kanan. Fucking Kanan coming out with the survival check. History, unfortunately, being from the city, despite the fact that it's a major landmark, you did not study the history of the Redback Mountains very much. So, Carol, you do your normal thing where it's just like, all right, here's what we need to know about this area. Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Ovar, with that 16, you studied up a lot about the Payakan religion, mostly so you could pretend to be one when Inquisitors came by. And you would know the Redback Mountains and the Center Spire is actually known as the Jaws of Orin and is a sacred site that only the most devout of Pyakans or Orionics are willing to trek because of how much of a pain in the ass it is to get there. And Canaan, the forest outside the Redback Mountains is where you came into this plane of reality. When you were finally freed from the Feywilds, you arrived in the Drakescale Forest, which is the large forest surrounding that mountain.
That's lovely. It's
But yes, you all get little bits of information about a important landmark in Tabris.
Yay!
Don't get to know about the history of it, though.
Aw.
Aw.
Oh, you know I'm gonna make you guys roll again. I didn't make all this fucking lore to tell it to nobody. I'll just find a different way to introduce it.
You'll just give Kirill a book. Kirill would read it.
But after a week of travel, you start getting closer to the mountains. You can see them far in the distance long before you arrive, but they are frankly gargantuan. There is a series of mountains known as the Redback Mountains, but the one furthest to the east is the one that you are going for. Uh, as
Yay.
you get closer, you see large redwood trees looming far above. Quickly, before you've even reached anywhere near the mountains, they're no longer in your view as the trees overtake the horizon. Um, you see lots of remains of camps of people that have tried to enter the forest, but you also see not many people make it far in. You see bones, you see bodies not deep into the forest. What do you decide to do?
How tall are these trees? I mean, can Double do her token of the spider?
Th- Stubble can walk up walls and therefore could
Right,
walk up trees. Yes, you can
right.
walk up them.
It's why I think that I should go and look above the trees to see if there's any pathway.
Scouting would be good.
Yeah, that's
Climb
I'm
up.
sorry, I got a cold.
Yeah, no, I just had a frog in my throat.
You should get them out. That's unsafe and unsanitary.
Yes.
But yes, if you climb the trees, you can give me perception or survival check.
Okay, let me see what I got. It's oh, I only got an 8.
All you see is trees for miles on end, unfortunately.
We do have a compass, if we remember what general direction we were supposed to be heading.
So I tried my thing.
Well, if you ever lose your path, that's still a good thing to remember to try again.
Right. Well, compadres,
But
I
yeah,
didn't see a thing. Anybody else have
yeah.
some ideas?
You grew up in the desert, not the forest. You're used to long horizons, not tall ones.
Right. So I'm asking everybody if they have any ideas.
Viral is out of his element.
I bet
But
we don't see the
you
squirrels because all the armor. Clink, clink, clink. I can just hear it.
you
Does
don't see any. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, would Kanan have a general idea of where anything would be, considering he's been there
Considering you
before?
came out, you yeah, but a forest is a forest.
Yeah,
Uh, but
Yeah.
you,
We're not
I
talking
will let you
Kentucky
roll
Forest.
survival with advantage to find a way to navigate. You literally lived in forest for decades, and the
Hey,
forest you
that
were
tree
in
looks
is a
familiar.
lot crazier.
Mm.
That tree looks familiar. So does
you
that one.
said roll with
So
advantage,
does
right?
that one.
I
Yes, you may
peed on
roll with
that one.
advantage.
Yeah, that didn't help because I rolled a 3, then a 6. So, either way, it's not getting anywhere.
3
It is
higher.
looking it is looking like you may have to go in blind unless anybody else has an idea.
We do have a compass.
Yeah,
Okay.
and stubble read a compass.
Mm.
Viral can. He's enough of Boy Scout.
No, I'm good with simple things. And in my head, that's not simple.
A classic can definitely read a compass.
Yes, if you wish to point them the direction of the mountain, so you know generally the direction it is north, south, west, or east, you may.
She'll
Uh,
take a look at the compass and then do so.
all right, then you have a general direction. You are trying to go northwest.
My favorite direction.
What?
Mine was
Not gonna
south, but
question
okay.
that. Not gonna question that favorite direction thing. But yeah. So the party enter. I bit my tongue already so quickly. I hurt. um, the party begins to wander into the forest, and all the pathways that are trot disappear within the first hour.
Oh, yay.
And As you walk deeper and deeper, I want everyone to make me survival checks.
Yay! Oh, that's actually good.
16.
Nice. Kirill, you're making yours with disadvantage. I
18.
forgot to call.
Oh boy.
You have no fucking idea what's going on here.
No, that's fair.
18.
12.
Nice. Stubble and Ecclesia.
16. Plus, he has pretty decent
Nice.
wisdom, actually.
I ain't answering.
If it's a nat 1, I need to know.
Yes, I'm dead.
Oh god, we lost
It's
Stubble
not a nat
already.
1 on a D100. Uh,
I'm from the
Stubble,
desert. Yes.
as you're walking around trying to spot what I'm about to point out, see a mushroom that looks fucking delicious.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And with that nat 1, fuck it. It's good. And you grab it and pluck it. Take a bite. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
Oh no.
19 need to be a 20 altogether. I get 19.
As it goes down, you're like, oh, and immediately just spit it back out because it was good. It was tasting real funky.
No
And you are
hallucinations?
fine. Oh no, you were going to be poisoned if you failed that roll.
Okay.
Stubble can have a
Uh,
little
to
hallucination.
those
That's a treat.
to those of the 15 or above, you start to look around and you notice something shimmering on the trees. You see scratch marks. And to those that rolled above an 18, you see white dragon scales.
Scary.
You are
Oh
able to
no.
you're able to pull out white dragon scales from what looks to be a dragon that was passing through.
White
Oh,
dragon scales.
that's yes.
Specifically white dragon scales.
It's about to get a hell of a lot colder.
Hey, can you take these for souvenirs?
Aren't dragon
Yeah.
scales like
So I just want to take one for a
Yes.
You know
souvenir.
what? I will let those that pass that 18 check make an additional one to find out a little bit more information about these scales and how
Hey, so
valuable they
another
might
survival?
or might not be. Yep.
They're what?
To those that rolled an 18 or above to spot the scales.
Oh.
That is a 19.
These aren't proper sized for like an adult dragon. These are drake scales.
Oh,
Explain.
still a little concerning.
Drakes are smaller male dragons that don't grow to be the big giant motherfuckers.
Okay.
At least that's the lore I have for drakes. Wizards of the Coast, don't sponsor me because I'm not following your lore. But yes, and you start to notice as you continue walking in deeper and deeper. There's a lot of these scales around. And I'm about to ask for a different kind of roll. I need a
Oh
perception
no.
roll with disadvantage from everybody except for Kanan. Kanan, you could roll
Oh
it
no.
straight, and then
Did
you
you
need
say
to roll a second
disadvantage?
one for someone else. Yes.
Okay.
And
Disadvantage on
Kanan,
perception.
yep.
I think I have an okay perception.
That's gonna get 11, Chief.
12.
12, 11. What's
13.
13? What's Kirill looking like?
Um, 17.
Even with disadvantage, nice.
Yeah, I rolled a 14
What was
and a
Kanan's?
20. Those are nice rolls.
Give me a second.
And is dead. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a second roll from you as well once this is established.
Oh no.
All right. Now to find out what the DC of this is, Tony, I need a stealth roll from the other party
Uh-oh.
Other party?
that you can make with advantage due to the terrain.
Other party? Oh no. Got fucking three. We got fucking two armored motherfuckers over here going, just going clank, clank,
Clank,
clank,
clank,
clank,
clank is the
clank,
party.
clank, clank.
Round
Just two of us.
But yes, what is the stealth roll from the other party?
Stealth roll on the other party was a nat 20. The
Jesus
you,
fucking Christ.
it was a perception check for both, right?
The perception check was for Kanan. The second roll was for a surprise guest that will help us later.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
The perception that Kanan got did not pass. Was not going to pass anything. It wasn't a nat
With a
1
nat
that was not
20,
going to
none of
pass.
you see, hear, or feel shit.
Yo.
They are the wind in the trees.
Oh no.
The other one got a 16 on the die for
Oh,
perception.
I didn't ask for a perception from that one. I was only speaking of.
Oh, I thought you did. I had a customer and was like,
I don't think. I do not think the other party's going to miss clank, 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 clank from a horse and a dwark.
I just kind of
Others they might
picture it
not
like
so
true.
sure on.
just Kanan, just Kanan, Stubble, and Ecclesia just moving swiftly through like trees and bushes, quickly and quietly. You just have me and Carol just going clank, clank, clank.
High-fiving as
Like,
we
guys,
do
we
it.
have to be quiet. Me and Carol, stomp, 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 stomp.
Hey, let's just hope there's no more prison breaks, because now we have two people that are really mad at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was
But
bad at it to begin with.
you travel deeper, you continue to move through the trees that loom overhead, and if not for the compass, you surely would have lost your path by now. But with no other leads than to head for the mountain peak that Stubble saw above the trees, you continue to move northwest. Except, you notice a suspicious lack of animals around here.
Oh no.
I would think that would be Kiro and Ovar. Y'all make a lot of noise. There's no animals around here, ma'am. I can't see squirrels or anything that I've read about that's supposed to be in a forest.
Squirrels or anything I've read about.
Um, Stubble can read. um, we are
My
going
That
bedtime
to
too.
stories.
enter the tree line for a moment as someone looks upon this party from the trees, and they hear in their head a conversation that says, "There's probably too many of them. Think we can drive them back alone? Because they look strong, maybe tasty."
And what would you want to go and do that for?
I can assure you we do not taste good. I know we don't hear.
You can't hear
Still.
them.
I know, I know.
What
We're
would you want to
supposed to
go
be
and do that for?
protecting. We're supposed to protect the town. Nobody else is around. Who else is gonna do it?
Do you really think they look that threatening? They barely look like they know how to walk through woods.
And we're not supposed to let people in the woods this deep. Have you forgotten your duty already? Disappointment.
No, but don't you think I would like to find a way to go help somebody?
We're not here to help them. We're here to help us.
No, maybe we can make them help us, and then if they don't live, you can eat them.
Mm. Are you saying we reveal ourselves to the outsiders?
Yes, we're not the rest of the town. They will be fine with us. With me. You, I don't know.
If this goes wrong, I will abandon you. I will not mourn your corpse.
That does not surprise me.
uh, you come to an area that is the trees are slightly more spaced out. And how does this other party choose to introduce themselves? Uh, how do you choose to introduce your new characters, I should say?
What? Oh.
So he's just kind of in the woods watching him has that conversation, and he's just going to
Yeah,
step
you're up
out.
in the tree line right now.
Yeah, so he's
That's where I
gonna
described
walk
you.
out. He's gonna walk out from the woods and just yell, "Travelers!"
Whoa.
As you see a large white dragon, not white, a large red dragonborn atop a white drake.
Oh my gosh!
Went
I'm
out.
so I
It's not often travelers make it this far into the woods on their own.
We're not lunch or anything, are we?
That is up for debate. You hear in your head.
Shut up.
You don't hear.
No,
Only he does.
no, you are not dinner. You are not lunch. You are not breakfast. You are not edible
No, I'm
to me. To
stubble.
me.
Are we
To
brunch?
me. You
to me.
The drake is like 8 feet long.
A rogue and a
Okay.
ranger.
Is this your area?
well, someone has introduced
Jesus,
themselves to me.
Is this your area? Are we intruding?
It's
You
not
can't
my area,
intrude in a
and to
forest.
some people, you are intruding
So why are you here and being friendly?
because I don't
Yeah,
see
why
things
are we
the
here
same
being
way.
friendly?
You shut
Mm,
up and let me do the talk. Oh yeah, they can't hear you. That's right. Anyway, ignore that. I'm the only one that can hear him, sort of.
where
Uh,
were we?
does does
Hold
anybody
on,
here
I
speak
think.
Draconic?
I believe I do. I speak
Kanan does.
Draconic.
Then, as everybody else hears a low growl, Kanan and Ovar, you hear, I do not like the words he speaks for me. From the
Though
dragon.
as though as he himself understands it, he looks down and says, "Okay, you just need a hush. I know we're not the best friends in the world, but just deal with it for a bit. Treats. There's treats at home. I'll give you treats when we get home. Just quiet."
If you broke your leg in
Sounds
this
more
forest,
like
I
to
would
me
keep you.
that your pet brought you out here to eat you.
If it places its hand upon me, that is permission to attack.
I don't like that one.
Which one?
Do not insult. It do this this is Uthradakar. This is my question mark Drake.
Mm.
My question mark Drake. Does Ovar know
It's a long
anything
story.
about like drakes outside of like?
Give me what check should I give me a survival check with advantage because you know a lot about stories and legends and history. You might actually know about drakes.
I believe my survival's a straight roll. No, it's a +1. Oh, that's nice.
Advantage.
That's an 18.
Yeah. You would know that in this setting, drakes are, as I said before, male dragons. They do not grow to full size. And there are subsects of people, usually out in the middle of fucking nowhere, because, drakes don't get to dragon size, but they do get to about 15 feet,
Yeah.
that raise them and train them. And you're looking at one. And in fact, I will say with that role, you've heard that in this area there's something called a dragon bonded.
Oh, that's okay. And you said
Anyway,
it's a red dragonborn with a white drake.
Yes.
yes.
Double chrome.
Are you Are you fucking
Anyway, along with the Drake Uthra Takar, my name is Marcius Colway.
Marcius?
Marcius Colway, and I am, unless somebody's hiding in the basement somewhere, the last dragon bonded knight in the village.
You are
Oh.
telling them our weakness and that we are understaffed. Why did you tell strangers that we are weakened right now?
Are you afraid that you
Well,
can't take them?
You've caught me in a catch-22 here because I refuse to let you be right.
Exactly.
I'm Ovar.
Kira.
Nice to meet you, Ova. I'd ask you if you'd like a handshake, but hooves, I don't know if they shake too well.
And these are our
I
friends, but
I have hands.
I'm not paying attention to you. I'm keeping an eye on the short one over here that's trying to touch Uthra Takar.
It is baring its teeth, its stubble, and what seems to be a feral grin. Do it.
Stubble,
Do it,
stop.
okay?
why?
Stubble, stop.
I
You're
do
gonna
not
lose a
suggest
hand.
touching him.
Can I have a
You remember
Gonna
how
scale?
lose a hand.
you remember how you asked if you were lunch? If you touch him, you become lunch, and I am out of that control.
Okay. Can I have a scale? They're pretty.
That is not up to me, and you cannot just take one from him.
Okay, but
We already found some stubble.
okay, maybe he'll shed one on wherever we're going. Maybe he'll help us out of here.
Oh, so you're leaving trails. You're leaving trails, and you're talking to me about just letting people know we're here.
That is not from me. I have not reached my molt this year. F you.
But if you're the
Wait, so
so
you found scales. They're not from Uthra Takar.
No, they're from
they're
all the
from a
other
white drake.
dragon bonded. Yeah,
From a
without
white drake.
rolling,
I don't
Marcius would know these trails are commonly patrolled by the other dragon bonded. There's scales everywhere.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Anyway, so we have Ovar and Stubble.
Kira.
Nice to meet you, Kirill. And there are two silent types.
Yeah, I'm not giving you my name. You just popped out of the woods. Sorry.
Very well understood.
Hey, at least you didn't shake
And
hands.
and the other one. And Kanan just does not respond and is just very confused because he sees other people having conversations that he doesn't know.
Don't worry about it. They're good. Maybe
I don't
eventually
trust
you learn
you.
their names if you're useful.
He does not trust you.
I don't trust any of
Well,
them.
Okay, well,
I
I
really don't trust
understand
them.
that, but at the very least, we have to give them a chance. It might help us.
it'll get us out of your forest.
And it's big enough, it could take a pretty good chunk out of your centaur ass.
Yeah, here, horse meat is like diet. Yeah, in my village of Hondur, our horse meat is like diet, like fucking mutton. So, probably don't go flaunting yourself out.
No, Omar.
Yeah.
Why do I wait, may I ask why do we
What's
so
that?
often
Hey, everybody's talking over Kirill again. Emma, you have the floor.
why do we so often threaten Ovar with cannibalism? We are all just as edible.
I agree with that
Because
one.
it's funny.
So you're edible too?
Technically, yes.
All things
Any living creature is edible. I mean,
I
maybe a
haven't had
poisonous
orc
frog I can.
before.
And you won't if you have me. I am not full orc.
You don't speak Draconic.
It just
Oh fuck, yeah, good call.
Oh, was a good comeback,
have
though.
you? I
So,
haven't had work.
before this gets more out of hand and before lunch becomes the priority topic, uh, what may you all be adventuring out in this area for?
Just doing some sightseeing.
Awfully risky place to do sightseeing, I will say.
We don't worry,
Well,
we're champions.
most of us have only grown up in one town, ever. So every place is technically dangerous because we've never been outside of our own homes.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, as Kane and Ecclesia and Carol are all just like, the fuck are you talking about?
Hero's
While that
only ever
is
been in the capital,
understood,
No,
right?
Kirill's been all over.
As far
There's
as
one of
Omar
them.
knows, Kirill's only ever been in the capital.
Kirill's half green bottle. He's got family everywhere.
He's got
You don't have
every-
family in Hunter. I'm sorry to spoil that.
What is it?
You don't have family in Hunter. Sorry to spoil
Well,
that.
that's fair. No, I didn't
Thunder.
think there were going to be any green bottles here.
so while you may be brave enough to just go sightseeing, are you aware of this area or the people in this area or what's been happening in this area? More or less what's happening in this area. Tell me you can help.
Nope,
Am
we're
I aware?
champions. We don't worry.
You keep saying you're champions, and yet you just stand here doing stupid things. So
We're talking to
what
you. Is that stupid?
no, but you're trying to
Yes,
pet the thing
apparently.
actively trying to eat you.
If it helps, Stubble here is probably the dumbest of the group. So as
With the
long as
highest in
Stubble
score.
lives. Wait, does Stubble? Wait, what? Does Stubble have the highest in score?
This party, yes.
Stubble doesn't use it.
He's not very wise, I think is most of it.
But as you all think back, you're speaking to a dragon who has introduced himself as Marcius. That's not who you were sent to find, but you do know who you were sent to find. You were sent to find someone named Arataki to find more information about what's going on here.
Nito burrito.
Does anyone bear to mention?
I'm confused.
Kirill's too scared.
Overall ask, do you know of a person by the name of Arataki?
Sounds like a chick.
Arataka? That would be our
Yeah.
first. That would be our first guardian who has ascended the mountain and not returned.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, they're not the only one to do that.
To give Marcius a time frame,
Oh.
this has been going on for about a month and a half.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but everybody, Arataka and the Dragon Bonded have all ascended the mountain trying to deal with something, and nobody's come
So
back.
I was about to say, does everyone who goes up the mountain just not return?
We don't know what happens because they won't let me go. A Dragon Bonded must guard the city, and as far as I've been told, I can't go up there alone.
Wait. You just said you were the last of your village specifically. What city are you guarding if you're the last?
Hundor? There are still like this. There are other people, but I am the only Dragon Bonded Knight left.
Of your particular village.
Yeah, like I don't know where the other villages are.
So, are you guarding your own village? Even though there's nobody else there?
There are people
To
there. There
guard?
are just no other Dragon Bonded Knights.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Basically, he's the last sheriff in town, and all the others fucking left.
Okay.
To
It's one of
explain it in
those,
very
like,
simple terms.
all the villages have a dragon knight, but not all dragon knights make up a village. Okay.
No, I'll explain in simple terms just to make sure everything's clear. There's several dragon knights in this town. Problem is, they've all gone up the mountain but him. Nobody's come back.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean,
Yes. So,
we'll probably be heading up the mountain, as ill-advised as it seems. So you can go with us, maybe. I don't know what the rest of the group thinks. I
I
think if you decided to turn on us, there's enough of us versus you.
We
So,
gotta help
you
each
wouldn't
other.
be able to get up the mountain without me.
oh,
So
is there
should we
some
go
kind of
together?
like
To
dragon?
proceed through the village, even though I'm the last knight, I can guarantee everybody else would probably attack too, because there's only a couple other people that are okay with visitors from out of town.
I was not friendly to outsiders. Got it.
Yeah,
Got
Okay.
it.
and somebody from
We're not
our
even friendly
village
to
is
insiders.
usually somebody from our village, a dragon bonded knight, would assist somebody on their way through for whatever their purpose is, should it be a worthy purpose.
Do you
Um,
think we're worthy? I know we are.
I will give Ovar this with the roll that you rolled earlier for religion. The Jaws of Orin, which is the main mountain, is a very dangerous pilgrimage site, which is
oh,
what he would mean by uh, proper purpose.
gotcha.
So yeah, you would kind of need me to go with you, but I would not be able to just up and leave. I would have to
I,
speak to the village elder.
Also, word from above as the clouds part, I wouldn't recommend leaving a favored terrain mountain ranger alone when trying to navigate a mountain.
Yeah.
Don't abandon the Sherpa.
um, Ovar will just kind of look at the party. We don't have to trust him, but we could probably use him. That way, we're not just wandering aimlessly around this forest.
Good. I kind of like him. I think he's funny.
As much as I don't like the look in that Drake's eyes, I think that's a fine idea.
Your eyes ain't too pretty neither. Only the people that speak Draconic understand that.
Well, I mean, she hears it like bellowing something, right?
All you hear is whoosh.
She flips it off.
Why does it sound like you all just don't trust each other?
The dragon
We've
doesn't even trust
probably.
you.
I mean, yeah, they can see that, but they're a party of what, five? It's like
Yeah.
none of them trust each other, but a handful.
Appa, I trust Ovar,
Yeah, but a handful.
and I sort of trust Ecclesia, and I sort of trust Stubbles,
And you shouldn't.
and maybe shouldn't.
You should. Just like Sylvia in the back, you shouldn't trust me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You shouldn't. Just don't.
And you can trust the DM to not allow PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, it's not like you're the only ones using me. I would be using you because my father is up there, my best friend is up there, and our like first guard is up there. Like, what's happened to everybody?
So we'd have a chance because his daddy's there too.
You can all roll an insight check on this new person if you wish.
Yay.
Hmm.
Hey. I think that's good.
16.
21.
To set
I
the
got
DC for
22.
this, Marcius is being very
17.
straightforward, right?
Yeah, he's not really trying to hide anything.
All right. Then
He
I'll,
doesn't see a reason to distrust them. They've wandered into the woods so far. They're somehow surviving, and they don't seem like they have ill intent. So,
well, with all of your roles, you see, as he's mentioning, like his father and his best friend being up on the mountain, he genuinely is just trying to find any reason to go to gain permission to go up the mountain. He is genuinely concerned with going up there, which is exactly what you guys want to do.
Then
Party
I
on.
guess if I was gonna say if the rest of the party's in agreement, then I guess mutual mutual allies, mutual beneficiary ally. Is that the way I'm thinking to say that? We are
whatever
allies
words
only
you'd
because
like
we
to
both.
use, whatever
Sure.
words you like to use,
Ovar
as long as
doesn't do-
nobody,
Ovar doesn't use big words too well.
touches Uther Dakar without him initiating and giving you permission, I'm good.
No
You
petting.
would have never
Okay, I
had
got it.
permission
No petting.
ever.
I'm
You
good.
don't even have permission, and I'm forced to deal with you.
Yeah, I know you are. Just hush. Anyway,
So
No.
so for you, dragon bonded, is it not one of those like I might be reading into the fairy tale books I read too much, but is it just forced upon you? Is it not like some kind of bond connection that allows you to choose each other?
Uh,
see,
Luthra,
naturally,
you would know. Oh, I was about to say you would know that that is how it's supposed to work. But go on.
yeah, naturally, that is how it comes to be. Um, problem is, my original Drake is not around anymore.
Ah,
So, our town elder, as I'll keep referring to her, the queen cunt of the village, she she has given me one of hers.
oh. Well, that explains why it hates everyone.
Yeah, and yeah,
I-
that's also a thing. Also, she wouldn't allow her grandson to do this, so there's a little bit of confusion as to why I wasn't like, oh, your Drake's gone, you're not dragon bonded anymore. Screw you. It's like, oh, here's this, fuck my grandson. Yeah, so there's a lot here. There's a
you
lot going on.
you are you are all getting the vibe that this ranger may be good at stealth, but he might be a bit honest to a fault.
Oh,
Right?
yay! He's a Drake Warden Ranger. Above table. I'm assuming that's what this is, but
Yes,
Joe likes homebrew, so I
this is
don't know.
actually this is a
Um,
homebrew version of a Drake Warden Ranger. I do so much homebrew shit, but
few
that's what makes
few
it fun.
few. I was gonna say like a few changes, but like base Drake Warden.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Buff the Drake a little bit because
So,
base Drake Warden, the Drake could die
Oh
very
yeah,
easily.
because the Drake Warden Drake is so bad sometimes.
That's pretty much the main homebrew of this, is that I buffed the Drake,
The
mostly to be
homebrew
tankier.
is I made the main thing of the class useful. So isn't that just
But
any
yes,
homebrew for Ranger?
you are
I didn't change
you
anything.
are
I just made it
getting
useful.
you're getting the feeling that you're dealing with a very, very honest man.
Maybe a little too honest. Although, I guess considering who we're up against, all
That's to
honesty
our
isn't the
advantage.
worst thing.
He's to our advantage. You got y'all.
So I guess we're going with him.
Yeah, we're
Yay,
champions, man.
nay.
If he needs help, we can help him. We're helping
Alright.
why
us.
why do you keep saying you're champions? Is that your personality, champion?
Uh, um,
I'm feeling on top of the world. Yes. You haven't
You're
heard?
under a tree, not on top of the world, honey.
They sing songs about us. You haven't heard?
those songs
I have
just
been
started like
I
last
have been
week.
I have been guarding my village. I have heard no sound of music.
You
Stubble. I don't.
you
I
have
don't. I
never
don't
left
think
the
word
forest
gets
in
out
your
here.
life.
I don't think they get news out here. They don't. They don't get Channel 10 out here.
Nobody sent a sending stone to the village leader here.
They're lucky to get Channel 1.
To
We
see,
have
the
channel
thing is,
No, they still
19.
gotta
Stubble was
We have
actually
channel
feeling
19.
like somebody.
We have Me TV. That's all we got.
Me
God, I watch so
TV.
much Me TV for work. But no,
So
but
if you guys
yeah,
wish, um, what is it?
Yeah.
no, go on. You have the floor.
If you all wish, and there is a mutual trust between myself and the likes of you, and the knowledge to not cross the Drake, we can proceed back to Hundor, however you want to pronounce it. It doesn't matter.
I
I get
pronounce
yelled
it
at all the
Hundor.
time.
But considering Mathus changed between Mathus and Methus like 82 times and nobody said a word, pronunciation's pretty loose at this table.
Yeah, it
Accents
depends
are
on
a
the language.
thing.
We can proceed and we can head to the village.
I am willing to not touch the Drake. It's a fairly simple request, I suppose.
Don't touch
Alright.
pets that aren't yours.
Yeah.
I won't.
Until
All right.
you do.
So the party gathers up and begins heading towards Hundor. And with the guide, it's a lot easier. But I want Kirill to redo that history roll with advantage this time as you pass more bodies. These ones armored.
Oh yay!
This time normal, you said?
With advantage this time because you actually
Ooh.
see the armor.
Okay. 19.
You have read about this town and this forest now that you have more names to put to places. And you would know this forest has been site to multiple holy wars because they consider themselves sovereign.
Fun. Neat.
Um,
Wonderful.
and do you share that with the party? Because that will prompt another roll.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that out
Hovar,
there.
you may roll that with advantage.
What am I rolling?
You may roll history with advantage.
Oh, that's good because the first one was a 2. My history is a straight roll, so 14.
Yeah, you've also heard about these holy wars, except more in story form. And they say a dragon came down from the mountain, and the reason that the government has never won is every single time they fuck with this village, a white dragon leaves the mountain and fucks up the army.
Oh,
In more flowery terms.
nice. It's like what I just said, but imagine as if it was a kid's fairy tale. The villains
Imagine
were
this, but
going
without
to
the F
win,
bombs.
but then the hero dragon came from the mountains to save the day.
Then somebody said fuck and it immediately became PG-13.
Damn it.
Damn.
But yes,
Was
just
it
a little bit
was a
more
kid's
lore
book. My
as you
sister
pass
just added curse words.
the skeletons of soldiers wearing armor that is quite old.
Oh, fun.
Uh, with the Ranger's Guide, it is a good hour's trek deep into this forest, past th- passing through several areas that don't look unusual, but the ranger keeps saying are landmarks. As the forest begins to open up in an area that has clearly been carved, most of the buildings made out of the same redwood trees that surround the forest. As your gaze opens up to a village full of dragonborn and exclusively dragonborn. Flying around are multiple white drakes. There's dragons in
Hey!
every way you can see.
Yay! I'm finally
Okay,
not the weird looking animal one.
quick heads up for everybody as we're entering. Stick close together. Don't make direct eye contact with many people, and probably don't say anything that would be offensive to any creature in existence.
Ah,
I
shit.
Stubble.
avoid
Stubble's
that in general.
racist.
What the hell is that?
Uh,
Nothing.
Wait for Stubble to refer to
um,
them as lizard people.
Do not refer to us
as,
as lizard people. There is
as you
there
enter,
there is
heads turn,
Iguanas.
and you are all being watched in silence as
Yeah.
people seem shocked that you guys have entered the village.
Are they any way irritated because there's armor clinking
They look
and
it's
there's a
not
furious.
bunch
because there's
and
it's
there's a
not because
bunch of
there's
dead
armor
armor?
clanking. It's not because there's armor clanking, it's because I explicitly said they do not like outsiders.
Okay.
Uh, being from this town, you would know in this situation, you don't want to, you don't like her, but bringing outsiders into the village, you're gonna have to go talk to Valuka.
Yep. But I imagine as Marcius enters and everybody gives him weird looks, he's just like, why can't everybody get back to work while we handle our business?
Wheelbarrow starts pushing slowly, squinty eyes the whole time. Sorry about that
Anyway,
interruption. Work phone. But you were saying?
anyway, I was just going to say, Marcius will turn to the party and go, now that we're here, we'll need to go speak to the village elder, the Valuka. We need to go talk to Valuka.
I'm going to tell her all these times you've called her a cunt. You're going to be punished
That's
for it. And I'm going to
that's
laugh.
fine. That's fine. What's she gonna do? Kick out the last dragon bondage? That's fine. Let the village sink. Tila, my mother and I will. My mother and I can go somewhere else. You know we don't care.
Growl was literally just a growl. Didn't mean anything. Was just an actual growl.
But yes, and you would know this time of day, Tila's being bossy towards the center of town. Um, do you make your way to her?
Tila?
Or not Tila, sorry, Valuka. Tila would be in the physician's office.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
we are going to head to the center of town to find Valuka.
Oh,
you
okay.
guys walk into town. The eyes never leave you guys. Every time you pass
Yeah.
somebody, they are either moving away from you or watching you. Not in a way that makes you think, oh, we're going to be ambushed, but more in a way of like, oh God, oh God, oh God, what are they doing here?
Mm.
As you see in the center of town, talking to several people about provisions and hunting and gathering supplies, is a blue dragonborn in a wheelchair. There's three drakes surrounding her.
Hey, Valuka!
She turns her head to see you and immediate daggers. Have you forgotten your place? You brought outsiders into the center of our village while we need help?
What was that last part, Valuka? What was that last part? When we need help?
Not from outsiders, we're weakened. They could take over the town. Are you out of your mind?
Uthra
She
Dakar could
starts
take all
keeling
of them
over.
in one go. I'm not worried about what they could do to us. I'm worried about what they can
Uth-
do for us.
Uthrad looks at you just immediately, just like you are making promises that I'm not sure I could back up.
He's gonna look down and He's just going to look down at his drake and just be like, "You know you can. Don't give that look."
The three drakes that are all bigger than Uthrad Takar begin to circle the party.
Veluca,
Do you think Marcius?
call your
You
drakes
seem to
back.
have. I don't know. You seem to be quite ill. I guess it's all those red scales.
Oh, really? I'm the ill one. You know, we are we are on a mountain and you're in a wheelchair. I don't know if you really want to do this argument, especially since, half the dragon bonded are dead. If I leave, how do you fare? You may have a few drakes, but what's getting everybody else? We want to find that out, don't
How
we?
will we fare if you bring enemies to our doorstep?
And
Getting
why
here
do
is
you
half the
continue to think
battle.
they're enemies?
Because they're outsiders. There's no other kind.
Wouldn't they have already killed me if they wanted to?
Real quick question. Is this
Why?
conversation happening in common?
This conversation is happening in common, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, may I interject?
Against my better judgment, I will say so.
Thank you. We have been tasked by Ragnum, the head of the Hangmen, an organization that wishes to see the destruction of the noble class of Tabris. I
And so you
understand
stand on
that,
foreign soil?
and so we stand on foreign soil with a wish to help someone who has sought similar goals. We seek for Tabris's downfall, or at least the royal class, that which has disturbed your soil, disturbed your lands for so long. We seek your
And I'm supposed.
sovereignty to
Oh,
be recognized.
roll a straight persuasion check.
Okay. Where are my dice? There it is. My rice.
Sometimes it pays to have a
By the way,
politician.
the only reason it's rolled straight is in any other circumstance this would have been with disadvantage. This is me giving you advantage on a roll you should have disadvantage on.
Fair enough. 22.
No fucking way. Nat 20.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm sorry. What's
oh
funny is
no!
she's got a negative charisma modifier. That was the only way this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She's kind of a cunt. And
Mm-hmm.
she's just like, the problems of Tabris are not the problems of Hundur. We have survived alone. We will continue alone. You are permitted to stay the night and then you must leave.
You say that we can survive alone, and yet all of our guards, all of the dragon bonded are gone. How do we survive without more? Because we're not getting more
You write
now.
off your father that quickly. They will return. They are the
I said they
greatest
are
warriors who
gone.
have
I
ever
didn't say
lived.
they are dead. We don't know what's happened to them. That's why I want to go up there, and they wish to proceed that way anyway. They need somebody
And
from
you
here's
will leave
assistance, and
us
that would be me.
undefended.
I'm gonna be honest. This all
I
sounds
don't.
like their business.
I don't
Ecclesiastes says to the
think.
I
rest of the party.
agree. I agree. Maybe we could just proceed. If he wants to help us still, we can ignore their argument when we've got him by himself. We could still all do what we need to do.
It's not going to work. You are surrounded by drakes, by the way. It's not. You can't just sneak off, and you're going to be watched every second that you're here.
oh
That's
yeah.
why I'm saying you go with us and leave her. Don't tell her anything. We'll leave in the morning.
You're having this
She would know
conversation
anyway.
in front of me, you nitwit.
So what
See,
you
at
don't
least
know
we could.
won't hurt you.
See, Valuka, at least we can agree on that one. That one immediately started to trying to touch Uther Tikal.
Go see Tila. They'll see for you for the night. Do not bring this business back to my doorstep. You are not going up the mountain.
Whatever you say, Valuka.
As you
What?
realize you have hit a brick wall, she snaps her fingers, and the three drakes they continue to walk the circle, but they literally break it as a line.
Wait. How is one man and one Drake leaving considered this town defenseless when you have those three?
Because they're not.
Because
That
They're
I
you
have
only
seem to
bonded to her. They're not. I don't know.
right.
Are they bonded to her?
she's just commanding them as she is the leader of the town, and they respect the leader of the town.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, their job is protecting her, not the village.
But that's not to say they
She,
couldn't if needed to, right?
if there was a large scale attack, she could not see everybody and would only be directing them towards certain things. So they would be overwhelmed pretty quickly, considering there's no other dragon bonded currently, and the other drakes are currently in the rising.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You would know living in this town, other than Uthrod Takar, those are the only three drakes of age.
Oh.
Yeah, the others
Okay.
are, in their rising.
The babies. The baby drakes.
So, if I actually listen to Veluca, I guess we should go see my mother, Tila.
Oh, I guess we're gonna go see Tila.
Yeah, we have nothing to lose. We're already
For-
here. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
I will give you fair warning, she is not like the others.
Like she's nice.
Or worse.
You'll see. You'll see.
Uh-oh.
As you guys follow Marcius's lead, you actually see the dragon hatchery. You're walking past, there's drakes of various sizes being shuffled around by a green dragonborn, who, unlike most of the others in this town, isn't looking at you with suspicion as he looks back and goes, "Hey, welcome back. I see you brought
Vigo,
friends."
brother.
As they embrace, and there's just like a small swarm of tiny drakes around this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Vigo, brother, how have things been? How's Veluca? Like,
Oh,
how
I
are you
fucking
and
heard her.
Veluca right now?
That bitch screamed so loud.
Yeah, did you hear her a second ago while I was over?
I don't know. Yelling no at people seems to be her whole fucking thing right now. She's scared, and when she's scared, she's an even bigger bitch.
Yeah, I can understand she's scared, and I offer help, and she denies it. So, go figure your grandmother.
Eh. Sucks that age means she's in charge. The elder system is stupid.
Very much so.
As you see in his hand a book from the outside world that you know he's not supposed to have, and he's just like, "Look what I got."
Did you just get it? Is he here right now?
We
Are
heard
they here
Valuka,
right now?
we we heard Valuka yelling, so they hopped inside to not be seen. They were caught delivering more contraband, so they're kind of on Valuka's shit list. A lot of things are, but especially Zeev.
You gotta love Z.
Gotta love Zeev. But considering all you
I already
outsiders
love
are here,
Zeev.
Zeev, Zeev would probably love to see you.
You said Z's just inside, right?
Yeah, you guys are welcome to come to my house.
Well, let's go in and let's let them meet Z.
Do we all do that?
Yeah, let's meet new characters.
Okay, I'm game.
It's- That's where the railroad tracks are coming. It's just like I made all these characters. You're gonna meet them.
Gonna meet them. The only thank you, the only thank you, railroads. I made 5 NPCs. You are going to meet all of them,
To be fair, I made
whether you want to
64
or not.
NPCs for Advancia. I've learned. But I made entire NPC rosters for different routes. There's no different routes here.
There's no different routes here.
Where are we gonna walk head on into, I wonder?
Um, you walk
Into Z.
inside. You walk inside and you see a very short, hooded figure holding red moss in one hand and green moss in another, going, color or taste, color or taste.
Mm,
Every smart person knows taste.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Z, buddy, what are you doing?
Which is the right answer?
I'm sorting the moss. Valuka confiscated the rest of my goods, so I'm stuck sorting moss. Again, as this person turns around, they are so short. They are about 2 feet tall. But as they lower their hood, they have dragonborn features, not kobold features.
That's awesome.
Is it called a mutt?
Oh, outsiders. What things do you have from the outside world?
I'm gonna
I need to
show
replenish my
Z.
stock.
Oh. I was like, I want to show Zeev the boom bat because I feel like he would love the boom bat. I'm not gonna give it to him.
Do you show it to them?
Oh yeah, I'll show him the boom bat.
Ooh, nice hammer. Oh, and it's got runes on it.
It go
What you
boom.
looking to what you looking to sell it for?
Nothing.
Ah,
However, I put the hammer away, and I will pull out a great sword that I no longer require. I also got this.
that
I
sword
don't.
is quite old and quite chipped. Is there anything special about it, or is it just steel?
It's great.
Let me see it.
You know what? I'm just gonna like casually not thinking about it because it's something I've overdue. Casually not thinking about it, he kind of just drops the sword into his
I'm
hands.
so glad you went that route because I was already prepping a strength save. Oh no, they're like, I'll catch. Oh shit!
oh, oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm used to bigger people, and I'll like help the sword off of him and just put it in front of him instead of on him.
So, Zeev, you said your stock was stolen. Well, Valuka used the word confiscated, but Valuka's a cunt. As you look up at her grandson, and he does not fucking say a word to defend.
Marcius looks at the party and goes, you all can see a trend here, right?
Yeah.
uh, yeah, the one in charge shouldn't be in charge because she's a cunt. That's what I'm getting.
It's
Called
not like
the
she's
it's called
entirely
the
stupid.
Oh yeah.
nah. She's
Like,
pretty good at running the town when it comes to supplies and stuff. She just has the personality of a thumbtack in the bottom of your foot.
yeah, she knows what she's
Yeah.
doing job wise, but she has to be so over the top strict and so, yeah, cunt is the only word that fits her.
Monetization is another word that fits her.
Monetization.
It's wonderful though,
It's
but
the amount of times you said
it
the C word.
passes though. It passes. It's fine. It does fine. I don't have to edit that.
Are you sure?
Just bleep every
Yes.
single cunt in
I
the
mean,
video.
No, I
would
have double checked on that, and there are videos with that word in it way more than what we could possibly do in 3 hours.
But,
it would it maybe
What a bit.
help to have a woman say the word just to like balance things out?
I mean, you can, but I don't think it's really gonna.
Hunt.
But so is the plan still
We're
on?
all
Are you still
learning
sneaking
bad
up the mountain tonight?
words.
What is it?
Is the plan still on? Are you still sneaking up the mountain tonight?
I guess that's the route we're gonna have to take. They want to head up the mountain.
Yeah.
I want to head up the mountain. Luca doesn't approve, but I'm going to.
As he pulls out straw in the shape of a dragonborn. Remember, before you slip out, put it in your bed, cover your head, pretend you're sick.
You want a real challenge? You should try doing it, but with my size. Try making a hay centaur. Let me tell you, it's not easy.
It's easier than
Zeev
Utopia.
looks up. Zeev looks up and goes, "Oh, I've already used a hay centaur. Training practice for the drakes."
Am I in the wrong country? Do I just need to move continents? Like,
This first country where I've actually followed through with the jokes on against centaurs, but they're kind of
Doubles
icky.
just turns
do I
around and
just need
looks
to
at
go
Ovar
to
and
a
laughs.
different country? Ovar leaves the party not because he dies, but because he's getting tired of the horse hatred.
His feelings are hurt. And Stubble laughing at him don't help. Hee hee.
But yeah. Sorry about your guys' first impression. They're just not nice when it comes to outsiders. We've kind of been raised to think that all you guys do is bring war.
Oh no,
The only
I
person
think
here that
I was the same.
To be
the only
honest,
person here that sneaked out is this. Oh, go on.
that's not that
But
far off.
well, they also bring really cool shit like this as they pull out a baggie of powder, and they're like, "I have no idea what this is,
Powder
but I
of
got it
just
from
powder.
Traveler of white powder."
Is it?
What?
Can I make a intelligence check or something on that?
Hey, yeah, can I? Would Ovar
Yes,
recognize
you
this?
may.
Is it just straight intelligence? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's just straight intelligence because it's a dumb joke.
Um, I these numbers are confusing, but I think that's 17. Yeah, that's a 17.
18.
What is uh it's packaged to look like it's cocaine. It's clearly flour. Now you may roll an insight check on Zeev.
I
15.
think that's I think that's a 16. Let me see. Insight. Yeah, that's a
They don't
16.
know what cocaine is. They're just excited to get a powder that they've not seen.
Oh my gosh. You've been given the hard stuff, haven't you?
Oh no.
Hard stuff? I thought it was
Oh
just mystery
yeah.
powder.
Would
No,
Oh
no,
Marcius know
yeah.
no.
what
This
flour
will get
is
you
because of his mother?
fucked up.
Marcius
Fucked
does
up.
not know what coke is.
No, would Marcius know what flour is because of his mother?
Yeah.
I You might. Let's see if Marcius can recognize this type of flour. Because it's a special kind of flour called, which is quite unusual in the middle of fucking nowhere.
What kind of flower is it?
It's cake flour.
Oh.
21.
Not Yeah, you recognize your mom has baked before. That's cake flour.
He's just
It's
gonna look at
not the
Zeev and be
usual
like,
brown that they're used to.
he's gonna look at Zeev and be like, Zeev, that that'll give you a different kind of high if you use it a different way. You should go talk
I
to mom.
don't Why does everybody keep saying they want to get high?
Because this
I don't
isn't
want to
that
get
kind.
high.
This isn't that situation. I'm just telling you. I know you'll enjoy it if you go talk to my mother and just tell her you want to know what to do with it.
Bake it. Bake it.
You don't know
They
what
got
it
an
is.
eighth of They've got a fucking ounce of cake flour.
An ounce of cake.
Hey,
Okay.
mom knows how to do whatever she wants.
Okay, that's 4 grams. That is what would that be? Fucking 1/20th of a cake.
120.
No,
Yeah, after
Marcius's
hearing
mom would
that,
give him more advice.
sorry, 1/100th
But
of a cake.
yes, as your friend goes, I've got the distraction ready. Tila will be knocked out as he pulls out
Wait,
some herbal tea.
no, hold on. We're not knocking out my mother,
Shit, why do I keep
Maluka.
every arc I pick 2 characters to get their names confused?
One's a
So
cunt,
yes,
one's a sweetheart.
but I'll knock him out with this. She goes out like a light. She's 184 years old. Won't take long.
Is this a permanent solution or is this just temporary?
Kill my grandmother. What the fuck, Marcius?
I mean, I'm just saying.
God, you sound like Issa.
Yeah, I love your brother, but it's questionable. Mom would take over.
Ugh. But yeah, I'll cover for you. Just take. You guys are going too, right? I wouldn't exactly
Yep.
go alone, considering all that's going
Yeah,
on here.
he's our guide, I guess.
Yeah, he's a pretty tough one, even though he's pretty dumb as he punches
He's
you on the arm.
Oh my God.
But I gotta get back to work. As he looks to Zeev, I don't. I've got a baggie of cake flour. Wait, you never revealed what it was. I've got a mysterious baggie.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna try. So, Joe, retroactively, as we were walking through the forest, was there ever any semblance of bright powder?
There was not, because that is native to the region near Rookroot.
That's what I assumed. That's why I asked, because I still had one left because we rolled odd numbers. Well, I guess five's an odd number.
Well,
We rolled an even number. So I'm
but
just gonna go. Hey, Zeev, you like that baggie? Look at this one, and I'll pull up my baggie of bright powder. Doesn't it glow? Right, it
oh,
glows. I think that's why it's called.
I've seen that stuff before. Tastes like garlic.
Like garlic.
Can I?
But you don't grow
Over
cloves of garlic?
unconsciously
Can I have
tries
a
it.
taste? Yeah.
I
It
want to
tastes like
try
garlic.
it.
Oh,
If one more
shit.
person tries it, it's gonna be gone.
Oh,
Jeeves, look what you've done to them.
I've had garlic seasoning this entire time and never knew it.
You
Right?
never tasted the bright shrooms?
I want to
That's
taste
a
it.
joke I had
Tabrian.
ready 15 sessions ago. Everybody wanted to make them
Oh,
into bright
because
powder.
it's
Nobody
meant
wanted to
to.
eat them.
Well, I know what I'm doing next time we go back to Wookwoot.
Oh, that horse's ass. Are you gonna let Are you gonna let him taste it, or can I taste it?
I think Kiro just already tasted. Stubble can have the last of it.
Stubble eats the last of the bright powder.
Yep.
That thing of bright powder is gone. Your insides feel
Kanan,
tingly.
who's been silent, um, is just like, didn't we find a bunch of gems or something like back in the cave? Do you think Z would like some of that?
Gems.
Oh no.
He could
Wait,
buy the
so
gems we
is
need
Zeev
gold.
just so Zeev just a really short dragonborn, or some weird
You don't
half
know.
kobold, half dragonborn? Oh, okay.
Don't know.
You don't know.
Are you?
Does
Even
Zeev
Marcius doesn't
remind
know.
me? Does Zeev remind me of another little collector we know?
They don't have any family resemblance to Des, but you can roll it.
I mean, like, personality-wise, so far. I don't
They're a
know.
smuggler.
They are, oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it's an 8. This reminds me of Des. That's it.
Des is going straight. Des is going to stop stealing his shinies. Des is in Bard's College now. Des is getting education.
Des is stealing shinies, but lawfully.
The principals are now 2 Fae. 100% not lawfully.
That's fair.
But,
But
if you wish to fence some gems with Zeev, Zeev could facilitate part of it. They don't nearly have the money you'd need to trade all of them. You decide to fence some gems real quick?
Kanan's not the one that has them. He just
Yeah,
remembers
it's Ecclesia that
somebody
has the
different.
gems. Sylvie?
One more time.
Do you decide to... The idea was proposed to fence some gems through Zeev. They
I'm
can't buy all of them, but they could exchange some of those gems for gold.
I'm the one who took the 3K's worth of gems.
Oh, I thought Sylvie did.
No, she took the rubies.
I have
Yes,
approximately 300 gold's worth of rubies.
well, they're willing to fence about 400 gold worth of gems. Because that's all they got. And this would just be a straight conversion.
Okay. So yeah, I'm
All right.
gonna convert mine. So I'm left with, it was 400, you said?
Yep, and that's all they've got. This is just a straight gem some money transaction.
Okay. I have converted mine.
Ah.
Marcius will look at Zeev and be like, "Look, you got shiny things from him."
Do I look like someone obsessed with shinies? I'm looking at these and thinking turning them into jewelry, I can upsell them for profit.
Yeah, but you got shiny things. You get to do weird shit. Whatever you do, whatever you are. What Zeev, you're Zeev. Cool.
Maybe he
I
should buy
sell
protection.
shit.
Z.
You're Zeev. Like
You're
that's
thieves,
obvious that
Why?
Marcius and
Why?
nobody else knows what exactly Zeev is.
Why is everybody so confused? I'm short and I sell shit. Doesn't got to be deeper than that, Chiefs.
I mean, no, but there's also the curiosity about you as a person. But that's for a conversation after your
I
retirement, I
don't
guess.
know. Maybe
So,
I should ask. How were you conceived? What's your birth? Did your parents fuck in some weird way? I'm Zeev. That's all that
yes, but
matters.
you know who and what my parents are. Except we don't know if one's dead, but otherwise you know who and what my parents are.
Okay, you want me to follow that same train of logic? Walks over to Ovar. Did your mom or dad fuck a horse?
I'm an orphan, so I don't know.
My condolences.
If you'd like to know, Zeev, I stand in solidarity with you. Strange pairing, an orc and a dwarf.
I don't know what my fucking parents are because I'm also an orphan. So I don't
Oh,
got the answers to these
yay!
weird questions.
Oh,
Yay, you're
Zeev,
an
buddy.
orphan!
Oh, we're just
The
gonna
best damn
casually be
smuggler in
like,
this town.
I had the base essence of fire tell me I had my about my dad, and that was a week ago,
I
2
don't
weeks ago.
I don't have the
Marcius
background
just
knowledge to unpack that.
Marcius just looks up like you had what?
Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Marcius insight check on Ovar versus deception.
I'm not deceiving. I told the truth. There's nothing to worry about.
19.
You know what?
He's
You know what? I'll
100%
just
burying the lead. Oh, let's see if he gets it.
My deception. I do have proficiency. However, I only rolled a 9. So that is 15.
Oh, oh, he's hiding something big, and it's your choice what to do with that. You just know he's hiding something big.
Marcius is just gonna look at him and be like, okay, and he will remember that for later.
Marcius will remember
How
that.
long? How long's the trek up the mountain?
This
It's not a
that is a
quick
question that
walk.
will actually be answered by Zeev. Oh, you better pack at least 2 weeks worth of supplies.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, that's. Well, I'm all packed.
Well, good thing we have a nice dietary supplement to pack our stuff on.
Dietary supplement?
So we need to get more supplies?
No, I think we have a. I think this is just him
No,
giving us
this
a
is actually a
time frame.
mechanic. Nope.
Oh, you're making okay.
You will
You've
actually
never
need supplies.
okay. I was like,
You've
you've
never
never
been in a
actively made
survivalist
us track this.
situation. You've been in the middle of the
Okay,
fucking city.
that's fair.
Right.
That's fair. That's we would have
And
prepped for a long trek on the way out of Advancia, right? We knew we were
it was
headed to
never
mountains and
I
declared.
get.
forests.
I
How
believe
about
my mother could help us with that situation.
what do
does
we have to have?
Oh, okay.
Can't we use Zeb?
does Kirill
We
have
just need
like
like 2 weeks worth of food.
What'd Kirill say?
does Kirill have like the fucking Boy Scout knowledge of fucking wilderness camping? Like no actual
No.
experience.
Explicitly no.
Fair enough.
Explicitly no.
I was mostly thinking
Listen, Kirill
I
can't
was
be the solution to this.
I was mostly thinking Kirill would have like the fucking like book knowledge.
The knot
Uh,
tying
Ka-
badge.
Kirill would, or not Kirill, Kanan would. Ovar, you've been camping before, but you've never climbed a mountain. You're a goddamn centaur. And I did promise you when you made a centaur character there wouldn't be a lot of mountains. I didn't promise there'd be none.
No, I think you specifically stated there's probably like one time in the entire thing I'll have to deal with mountains.
And this is it.
This is it. I think mechanically the way it works is instead of I think my climb speed's just reduced by like I think I have a fifth. My climb speed's a fifth of my like walking speed.
So we need an extra
Hopefully,
week's worth of food, you're saying?
Wait, I got
there'll be other
hops.
solutions.
I do have. I was like, I do also have the hops. So like, can't straight climb, but I can leap
You have
mountain goat this shit.
you have the hops? Is that an
I have
STD
the
or
hops.
is
Uh, n-
Sound like
no, and
hops is
Ovar.
poop.
No, Ovar will just. Oh, we're in a room, aren't we?
You're in a room, yes.
Ovar will show
You're
later.
inside a man's house.
We're
A man
inside
who
of
has been
Z.
quite
Oh no, wait, this
courteous.
is Zeus. Oh yeah,
No, this
I like
isn't
these
Zeus'
guys. They're
house.
great.
This is our homeboy Vigo,
Vigo. Does
the
he not
green
eat meat?
dragonborn, yes.
Vigo, does he? Oh my god, please tell me it's Vigo the Green Dragonborn who's also a vegetarian.
No,
Aw. I like Green
he's Vigo.
Dragonborns because they're the only poison-based Dragonborn.
He's Vigo the Beastmaster. That's actually the title I gave him, Vigo the
Nice.
Beastmaster.
Nice.
Mechanically,
S-
he is a Swarm Lord Ranger, and his swarm are tiny drakes.
I love it. Also, not just me as a player resisting the urge to ask for a baby dragon or a baby drake.
over the table? Are they gonna get to meet Donnie?
Ronnie will come later.
Okay.
Oh no. I don't like how that's worded.
And it's not Donnie, it's Don Yi.
On
Okay,
knee.
at first we talked it was Donnie. So
Yeah, but I did the same thing to his name that I did to all of the names and put a random Y in it for the fun of it.
that's how we ended up with Marcius.
Wait, where's Zeeves? Why?
That's questions you can't ask, Steve. That's incredibly rude.
It's where's the Y and Z?
Wouldn't you like to know, Fed Boy?
I would. I wonder where the Y and Z is.
Good boy.
Mm.
Zeeb's just
But
like he's
I
asking where's the Y in Z, but who's asking where's the who in Z?
And
Why
why
I
don't you
does
just
stop
want
Z
to
asking
know if
I
you
don't
questions
need
about
any
want to
Steve and we
know
do
who.
supplies.
business?
and why
I
does
don't
L
want to
want
know
me how
who's
is
in
Z?
Zeev.
If one more person in this room asks questions about me, I'm gonna be mad. I'm Zeev. I'm tiny and I sell shit.
Go ZB.
What?
Did you just
Where?
say his name wrong after it being said 1,000 times?
Oh my god. Oh yeah, no, that's her thing. She doesn't name well.
I can
You
tell
have a
because
great one.
instead of being she, yeah, I've been told to ignore her, Zeeb, so you might just do the same.
Yeah, it's the safest way to
Uh,
stay calm.
you hear tiny yips from outside of the back door, and she's like, "It's feeding time for the drakes. I gotta go." But good luck. Have fun in the mountain.
See you on the flip side, ZB.
Thanks, Vigo.
If she calls me ZV one more time, I'm gonna ankle bite the shit out of her.
Go for it.
Uther Dakar's been wanting to for the whole time as well, so join the club.
Oh god, did you bring Uthrod over here? All he does is talk about how this clutch of eggs should have been his, but he wasn't allowed to mate yet. He never fucking shuts up about fucking. This is news to you, Marcius. Uthrod Takar has never mentioned anything like that to you. He is very uptight with you.
See, I knew nothing about that, so I'm going to have that conversation with him later. Not
Well,
mentioning that you said anything.
he is going to be entering his next molt within a month, and he's going to rut after. Just be prepared. You know how they get when they're aggressive.
He's already aggressive. I don't. I just hope we get this done before that happens, because if that happens while we're up there, I don't think we're gonna make it back down. We'll join the rest of them, whatever's happening. But it won't be whatever's happening. It'll be Uther Takar.
But yeah, you should go see your mom. She might be able to help you. She's in on all this, so you don't have to
Yeah,
bite your tongue.
I'm
And
I'm sure she is.
but nice to meet you all. I'd say look forward to seeing you again. But Hunter's full of nothing but bigots, so well, I wouldn't say that. They're scared and they don't like outsiders, and they won't let me leave because I'm the one who raises the dragons.
That all very much sounds like. Never mind.
Sounds like Florida or
Well,
Ohio.
yeah. I was also just gonna say it sounds like xenophobic bigotry.
Ohio exists.
Shush.
Ohio.
Ohio got
But
him.
yeah, don't look down on them. They're just that's how they're taught. We're cool though. I've been hanging out with Zeev too much to be hateful. Yeah. I'm gonna bogart your food as they hop into the cabinets.
Yep. Guess we're gonna
Yeah.
go see mom.
You guys make your way through town. Again, second you're outside stairs, you're just gonna have to realize that's how things go.
Yep.
As you approach a very small doctor and veterinarian office mixed into one.
Oh
The
yeah.
tools you see around you is both, which would actually be somewhat comforting for Ovar, who, due to the fact that they were a centaur, sometimes have to be treated with vet tools.
Yeah. Yeah. Or cleric
Mother.
magic.
Ah, you've made it back, Marcius. Congratulations. Good job. Oh, you brought the guests that everybody's coming in saying they're having panic attacks about. Hello, Tila. Nice to meet you.
Mom, why do you sound like the mountain lady?
This is my voice. Why do you sound so confused?
Over to the table, Joseph. That's the same voice you used for somebody else that's
I've
supposed to
only got
show
like
up in this.
six
It,
voices.
it's the
I
I've
same
know,
only
voice.
got
but at
six voices.
first, I thought at first you were mixing up the characters. I'm like, okay, I can't be in love with
I
her.
It's the
I
it's
do
the
not have a wide range.
it's the Mediterranean queer guy.
It's Marcy's mother.
Well, yeah, but it's the same voice
Yes.
as the Mediterranean queer guy.
I've only got six voices I can do. It
You're
is my
good.
number one limiting factor as a DM.
You're good.
Hey,
But yes,
that's 6 more than me.
everybody has been coming in here saying they're having different kinds of fits because you are here. You are welcome. Nice to see outsiders. I've been worried that this town would turn into a Habsburg situation. But
What the fuck is a Habsburg?
this disgusting group of Dragonborn, they kept sleeping with each other. They started coming out scaleless. It was bad. They were exiled from the village. They are likely dead.
So I was having a thought earlier that because Dragonborn are so closely associated with German culture, do they wear lederhosen?
Some of them probably, I guess. That's not how I'm imagining them, but your mind is free to do what it will.
Leader. Leader. I love it.
Yodelly,
Dragonborn.
yodelly, yodelly,
But
yodelly.
no,
Yodelay.
Marcius, where where's Uthrad? He due for his cleaning. As the double doors that led into this thing burst open, and those that understand Draconic is here. Elder Tila, I come requiring assistance. Your son has failed me again.
Uther Dakar, I swear, I have not failed you.
As he bears his fangs towards her, and everybody else, it looks like a sign of aggression, but she literally pulls out a fucking brush and starts going, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does this dragon happen to like belly rubs?
Not from you.
Do
Well,
not,
no,
do,
not
do
from
not.
me.
We
I'm
can't touch the
I
dragon, remember?
I never said I was gonna touch the dragon. I just asked a simple question.
But we could give it a belly rub, huh?
I will eat
Stubble,
you.
if you would like to reach for
Uh,
that dragon, go for it.
as he threatens, as he threatens you through bared teeth that are being brushed, you watch as Tila literally puts her thumb in the center of his head and goes, "Not in my office." And the dragon shuts up. This is a
Oh,
safe
I'll,
space.
I'm not gonna rub its belly. It'll eat me later.
I would not recommend rubbing drakes without their permission, but Uthrod has no reason to be so rude.
Can I
I'm
ask him?
sorry. He's going to say no.
Okay.
so mechanically, Uthrar understands Common but only speaks Draconic?
Yes,
Okay.
and he can speak telepathically
That,
with the ranger.
Also,
that's kind of how you introduced them.
the way that you referred to him, if that was in character, you would be eaten alive.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, only one person's allowed to call him Uthron.
Nobody
If
can
Oh
call him
no,
by
no,
anything shorter.
that was a like mechanically above table question. If
Yeah, but I'm just saying it.
that's all
I'm
that
just saying
was.
if that was in character, he would be eaten. Marcius cannot even call him that.
But isn't that what you've been calling him?
I call him Uther Dakar, full name.
every time.
Oh, yeah. I guess didn't I didn't actively pick up on that. Like I noticed it, but I wasn't like consciously going, "Oh, that's weird that he does that."
Um, she, from what you see, this woman doesn't seem to have any special powers, but this Drake is listening. Uh, so it is our good fortune that we found what seem to be capable outsiders. You are quite armed, although that armor will not help you much traveling the mountain. The frost may injure you more.
That is actually very good
Yeah.
advice. Thank you.
I think I need an extra pair of long johns.
Uh, I I can send you all with at least some extra blankets and food. I don't have too much, but I can provide some provisions. But
What do you want in return?
silly girl, she'd pat you on the head with a medical instrument and just says, "I did not ask for returns. You are my guest now."
But there's always somebody always wants something. People
I
aren't
am
just
not somebody.
nice.
I am Tila.
Thank you, Tila.
Damn
No,
right.
no tea leaves. It's
All I
Tila.
ask, all I ask is that you mind your manners,
Oh well,
and
I
we will get
will.
along fine.
Okay, I'm being good.
Come, let me close shop for the day. But my teeth, I can get your teeth another day. You didn't even eat anything sloppy. There is nothing in your teeth. This is a luxury procedure. You can wait. Oh, its dragon droops. Come, let us go to my house, as it seems the sun will be setting somewhat soon. I at least want to fill your bellies before we begin preparing. Are you ready, son? You need... She whispers that to you.
Mom, I think I'm as ready as I can possibly be for what I have no clue.
Mm. Well, bring your father back. I'm going to beat him for not returning.
I will find Father Paul.
Mm, good. That lazy man, he probably took a nap halfway up the mountain and forgot to come home again.
How did he get so high ranking as a dragon bonded? By the way, like I don't disrespect him at all. It's just questionable because if I act like that, I get nearly slaughtered in the cinema count.
You lack the experience to be able to slack off and relax in combat. You're still green.
I am red.
As am I. It is a form of expression. Don't be stupid. She smacks you with the same medical instrument.
But you just take a joke for once, mother.
It's no joke. Color matters around here, despite the fact that it shouldn't.
I know that, but I'm making a joke with you because you seem a little bit, what's the word, anxious about this whole thing.
My
Constipated with
husband
trouble
went
whispers.
my husband went up the mountain a month ago. My son is about to follow him. I'm a little stressed. Forgive a mother for worrying.
I know. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying I was trying to lighten the mood.
And she just starts fucking grumbling and draconic. Come, I'm going to make you guys dinner, and we will prepare some supplies for you to hopefully survive. Good, yes?
You sound so hopeful, Mom. But I
Yes, thank
I
you.
I would give you my word, Mother, that we will be back just as fine as we were when we
I
left.
don't care about your words,
Maybe.
simply show up. Promises don't
Okay.
bring you back.
Yes, Mom.
Damn right. Come, as you all follow Marcius and Tila back to their home, which is a two-story house where only one floor seems to be made for people. The second floor has wide open doors, and immediately Uthrad Takar jumps up into the second floor.
I like Tila.
Crucify a mother for worrying, why don't you? The character.
Tila is an angel.
Uh, as you arrive at her home, you finally have a moment's reprieve as she steps away to cook dinner for a much bigger group than she was expecting. But there was no bitching. She immediately grabbed like 3 times the supplies out of the pantry and started going to work at it. As you have a moment to discuss everything you have discovered and experienced in the last like few hours. As none of this shit was in the dossier.
Could somebody give me a heads up on what is going on and where are we going and why? I forgot.
We are going up the mountain to find. I've forgotten his name. Starts with an A, ends with an A. Not
Okay.
please.
Arataka.
Arataka. Thank you.
Because you have it in written form, I'm not going to make you roll to remember.
Fair enough.
But why?
He will serve the hangman well.
Okay.
And you were also supposed to be finding out what's going on with the mountain. Because the top of the mountain is always covered with a barrier. And the barrier is down for the first time, as far as history knows, ever.
He.
Okay. Good
So
info.
Marcius will pipe up and say, "So this one keeps calling the party champions. What are you champions of? Why does she keep saying?"
I know we are well outside the purview of the Payakan Church, to which end we can speak freely on this. We are champions of Tanazet.
Put simply,
History
we get
and
shit done
religion
and
check.
quick.
I know of Tonazet.
Uh, have Marcius describe what he thinks when he hears Tanazet.
Tonazet to Marcius is a large golden dragon that is the goddess of dreams.
I will not question the form you give to her. She, as all gods, is capable of taking multiple forms. To
Yeah,
which end I fair enough.
we, we are aware of Tonazet and others as well. It's not just, all of our dragon gods and goddesses are well known here. It's not like we're oblivious to them.
Hmm.
What? I can't even let the backwater country escape this really fucking intricate religion I've made? In fact, I made them a separate sect with different beliefs. Who would have guessed?
But yes, we cannot speak so openly about our role, as she is considered heretical back in Tabris.
Uh,
Ah,
for the sake of this, I want Marcius to make me a religion check to see if you understand the weight of her being of Curol saying that they are champions of a god and not just, you know, strong warriors.
That was a nat 20, my good sir.
Not only do you know what a champion is, you've met champions before. You have met champions of Orin, the god of justice, which are usually the only folks that make it up the mountain without a Sherpa.
So you are champions of Tonset. I have met other champions before. I was just curious what and who you were champions of. Because the way she made it seem, you could have just won a, battle, and I don't know what she's referring to. So
Woo!
I'm right here.
Champions of Town number one, undefeated. Um, if there's no more discussion, is there anything else that needs to be said, or may I move on?
Move on.
Um, Tila comes in, and there's a fucking banquet in front of y'all. Just uh, veggies, meats, just how this woman whipped this up in an hour means she must have been moving at some fucking light speed in that kitchen. Although, smells the ice cream smells like dragon breath. Uh, take your food. Mhm. If anybody leaves this table hungry, I will take it as a personal insult.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I take it this is one of those cultures that you're meant to eat everything and leave like no scraps.
it's
Yes,
not specifically the
you
culture; it's Tila herself.
I could certainly use a bite
uh,
or two.
Amen.
as you as you sit down, Stubble goes to dig in and gets stabbed in the elbow by a fork. No elbows on the table.
I'm not even going to question. I don't understand why, but okay. Your
Good
table.
Elbows
thing
do
there
Good
not
are any
thing,
belong on
candelabra here.
tables.
good thing there aren't any candelabrums here.
As, as, as they eat, Marcius kind of glances over to the spot where his father and his father's Drake would normally sit to eat.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah,
sad.
the Drake also comes in and is eating at the table with y'all. Very carefully, in fact.
No comment from Ecclesia, but she wants to make one.
It's a pet.
It's a what? Only those that understand Draconic hear that. Want to repeat that?
Um,
She does not understand our culture. I will explain. You will not use a breath weapon in this house again. As she
Why do
raises a
I
wooden
keep
spoon.
why do I keep angering? He is your pet. You control him.
We do
oh
not
no.
control them.
No, 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 no,
They are not our
no.
pets. They are our allies and friends. They are our gifts from the White Dragon.
Okay.
S- I
Stupid.
swear, Stubble is just the most racist motherfucker in all of Tabris.
Yeah, might I add, I have not
Intentional
been
or
consulting
not.
Ufir Jakar like he was a pet.
Yeah.
He's so tame with
That
her.
was really offensive to say here.
Um, um, but she has such control over him. But okay, I'm hungry still.
Yes, he is a member of my household, and I am the head of this household. He is within my walls. He lives under my roof. He will follow my rules.
So more akin to a child of the family?
I suppose that could be a way to look at it. No, eat. Once you guys, this is delicious country ass food. And while Carol, it may not suit your taste very much. Ovar, this is the most home cooked meal you've had in a long time. This is memories here.
When you say
I was gonna say
country home cooked
Ovar
meal,
just
is it like Tendor or is it like hush puppies? What kind
I
of
don't know what you mean by that. As you are finishing up dinner, she looks back and is, well, we have a pretty well stocked pantry, although it's about to be a lot less well stocked. Hmm. I can afford you all about 7 days' supplies. Other than
Thank
that,
you.
you'll have to make your way on the mountain.
What is the best thing to take? I hear it's cold.
I can offer you some warm blankets. Otherwise, I do not have clothes that are appropriate for people of your size. Tila's rather short for a dragonborn. Not like Zeeve, which is like 2 feet tall, but like, it's an older woman.
Is she under 5'2"?
Yes,
Because I'm only 5'2". I need
she
the
is.
long johns.
She is 4'2" and has a lot of respect that she commands.
Okay.
But
Okay, so go ahead.
she offers you 7 days supplies, so all of you can add rations for 7 days because it's per person. The way this is going to
Ration.
work is depending on environmental conditions, depending on how you camp, depending on your roles. You may build levels of exhaustion as you travel up this mountain. Exhaustion will need to be tracked.
I will note Kirill still has a stock of 6 exquisite rations.
So does Kane.
That's You both have exquisite rations? Well,
Yes,
that
and
will
Yeah.
I
make
was
things
given some.
well, that will make things easier for the party. And notably on the topic of not Canaan, but Marcius, you also have 7 days worth of rations for you and your Drake. So you technically have 14, but your Drake also requires rations.
Yeah.
So you may all add 7 more things of rations. Water, I will just assume is included with the rations, just for the sake of not adding even more shit to inventory slots.
Yeah.
Uh, you'll have to be prepared for the cold, and as she looks very closely to Marcius, and do your best to avoid the Yonti.
I,
Yeah. Slightly forgot about those, Mom, but
Well, that is because you have
I
not
would
been
have
allowed on
remembered
the
before we got.
mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
This will be my son's first journey up the mountain. Take good care of him, as he will take care of you.
mm,
Miss, may I ask a question?
You may.
If I don't want to have to carry a blanket, do you mind if we cut one of these up and kind of measure them a little bit longer than you? So I can have long johns so I have more freedom?
Well, considering you have to leave tonight, I don't believe you have time to do that type of sewing.
Okay, I tried.
But
I just lost my
if you,
D20.
when the sun sets, uh, you, you must set up the mountain. I will deal with Veluca when she wakes in the morning and realizes you are gone. We are not as helpless as she seems to believe.
I
But
tried explaining that to her, and she didn't listen. But you know.
you weren't there during the Holy Wars, my son. She has good reason to be the way she is, although part of her mind must be going with age. We need to find Arataka and get him back. Our village cannot survive under her leadership. We need our chief back. That is what I ask of all of you. From what you spoke of over the dinner table, you are already looking for Arataka. But please, if you can, bring him back. And son, find your father. That is my true concern.
I
He has a
know.
knack for finding trouble.
Yeah. Also, Issa, she's up there too.
Yeah, that girl's not good enough for you.
It's just my friend, Mother. Just a friend.
Well, you don't have a lot of options in this village.
I know, but I'm just saying, they're all up there.
When
So
are you
I've got
gonna
all.
produce grandbabies? That's not canon. I just had to fucking hold that random. You need to find
Mother,
somebody
please,
to give you grandbabies.
don't worry, I'll try.
God, I fucking hate being told that.
Wait.
But as looming ahead, a mountain much taller than any you had ever seen, the tallest mountain in all of Tabris. Tabris may claim its land, but obviously the locals think otherwise. And in this land of dragons, monsters, and mountains, our party of a city folk, a pirate, a former pirate, I should say, a horse who used to live in a village, a man who was trapped in the Feywilds, a wasteland raised genasi, and now a local dragonborn set foot on the mountain. But before that, we need stealth rolls as a group.
I hate you. I hate those
Luckily,
words even more than I already did.
also yours are at disadvantage, Kiro's at disadvantage, but this is a group stealth roll. So as long as the
Yeah,
average is above
I'm going to
one
use my
under
I
token of
don't
the
20,
mind
you
cat
the
to
will make
reroll
it.
this.
disadvantage.
Good idea.
21.
You're gonna nice.
This is a good thing we have a rogue, a
Mars,
monk, a ranger.
Marcius gets a dirty 20.
22.
Nice. The half of the
Kirill's
party
is
that's pretty
10.
stealthy.
Kanan gets a 16.
For a rogue, you must have rolled low as fuck.
I rolled a 17 and a 3, and I'm like, I'm giving that 17 to Marcius because Kanan can make it with a 3.
For the future, you'll have to roll them separately, but I'll allow it this time. You don't usually get to
Well,
pick and choose like that.
it's the way they were intended to be because I was rolling Marcius first anyway because I was curious. But I was like, I am so
But
glad because I'm like, that one is going to go there.
with a high stealth roll, the clanking does not wake anybody up, as your stealthy party members manage to guide you quickly. Just we have two outliers in a rather stealthy party.
Yeah.
Uh, Marcius, how does it feel to when you take that first step onto the path that leads into the mountains? As you've never been allowed up. You've never guided anybody up the mountains. This is what a dragon bonded's supposed to do, but you're a recent dragon bonded.
Marcius has this mix of excitement and like an overwhelmed feeling because what would normally be something of like a casual job for most other people is like there's a whole mission here of a fuck ton of people missing, alive or dead, unknown, and it's just like an overwhelming feeling for him because he's finally getting to do something he's wanted to do, but it's not the way he wanted to do it.
Vibes. Setting foot on the mountain, all of your tokens feel somewhat warm, and you feel that there's something that Tanazat would like to say to you at your first rest.
Hunger.
Uh,
Awesome.
Yes.
mechanically does the fire aspect of my token help at all?
Unfortunately, it does something else with fire and doesn't give you cold resistance.
Okay.
I
Hot gets
I will
hotter,
give you the
cold doesn't get
spoilers.
warmer.
I was gonna I was gonna give you it the first time you get hit by fire damage, but mechanically, you have resistance to fire damage even in your base form now.
Nice.
Notably, there will be a
That's
similar
fun.
mechanic for everybody with a token. Everybody here will have a damage resistance when your token awakens.
Um, at the very least, Kanan has create bonfire.
That is actually super handy to have in this circumstance and rarely ever in D&D. But
Create bonfire is actually really good for narrow hallways.
the first day's journey is somewhat easy. This is the trodden path. You're at the bottom of the mountain. You may all roll this survival check with advantage. And remember, Tony, you're within your favorite terrain, so you get a shitload of bonuses.
21.
This is a natural 20.
Nice.
17.
What were we rolling?
Survival, as you make your way up the first part of the mountain.
Marcy's got 26.
As a ranger should. What about Kanan?
13.
All right. I didn't make these DCs high at the beginning of the mountain, so there's no ill effects. After what feels like a day of travel, morning has arrived. Uh, how do you guys decide to make camp?
Does anybody feel this? My token feels funny. I want to stop.
Well, you're at the end of the first night. The first night was very
Yeah, so
uneventful,
that's
but you know you've got weeks ahead.
Do you guys feel it?
Yeah, I mean, we're setting up
Yes.
camp anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think it means?
Do
Tana's
do
vet
do
wants
do.
to talk to us.
So I guess we set up camp and talk to our tokens. Oh, that would be Tonazette, huh?
We don't talk to the
Yeah.
token. We go to sleep.
Oh.
You guys misinterpreted
um.
me. No, I did not say that.
That's.
It's cold medicine.
So. Since we are on the mountain and I can actively do this and have never felt the need to do this until now, Ovar will walk up to Kirol and take off not his magic item holding ring, the ring on his other hand, and he goes, I feel it safer for the party if I'm not out making noises on watch. I will be able to hear you. And I hand her the ring, and Ovar just gets sucked into it. Genie Warlocks, baby! I get to sleep in my lantern.
What level
I've never used
is
it.
that just a base feature, or is that something you had to level to be able to do?
No, that's a base feature. I've just never used it. We've been in cities and taverns and towns. I've never needed it.
We just never take
at
over our
level
elders.
That is so wacky.
at level 10, we all get to do it, and we can short rest in 5 minutes. But that'll be a while.
So, so basically, what you're saying is Ovar has essentially put himself in a Pokeball.
Yes. Except I choose. Except it's more like what would it be? Pikachu's Pokeball. You might be able to put me in there. But I choose when I come out. But I can actively hear the outside. I don't know if I can see the
Destroy the
outside.
ring. Cast it into the fire.
I was thinking if Ovar ever pisses us off when he goes to sleep, we just chuck the ring somewhere.
Period.
Can we just be like, since Ovar's gonna have a struggling time getting up the mountain, can we just leave him in the ring until we need him?
But he might need him for
Uh,
supplies too.
Uh, for the
I
sake of
can
interacting, I'll say no. If you
I
want him to
can't
interact with the world,
I can say it does actively just say I can stay into my ring up to 6 hours per long rest. So if we get into some really tough, like there's no way Ovar can make this without struggling, I can be like, yo, just call me out in like 2
yeah, yeah.
minutes.
No, that's fine. What I'm saying, I'm completely fine with that type of solution. I'm just talking about generally for like interact with everybody. I want you to be a participant.
Oh yeah, no.
You know
No,
what I
I'm
mean?
just saying, if we're getting into high survival, I don't need a bumbling Ovar being like, "Hey, I'm gonna go walk off for 2 seconds."
It's fine. The main thing you're risking is rations being lost and damage.
Magic. I think.
But
I'm.
the,
Yeah, no, you're fine. You can keep going.
but does the party decide to rest? And Marcius, you have no fucking idea what they're doing as they're discussing.
Marcius is
Also,
just
a
watching
horse.
them. Marcius is sitting next
Also,
to Uther Tikar and just being like getting out the rations for Uthrod and just being like anything else.
Notably, you can all subtract one of your rations. It is. I'm only counting the rations as like a day's worth of supplies. But who decides to go to sleep?
Hero.
yeah, Ovar.
I thought so.
Well.
All of us, I guess.
Are we doing
Um,
watches?
We got our new friend running around.
does Kanan go to sleep? That's actually the most like one of
Yeah.
you that might say no. Okay,
As
so
we're
I would
all going
assume
to sleep and all of us have a general sense of what we're doing. Yes.
Marcius would take first watch, considering he has no connection to Tanazet. He's just a dude.
But
Yeah,
do we trust him? Scary.
Oh, we have
He's
to.
been
you
nothing
can't.
but up for it and honest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Marcius
Yeah,
has
that's
just
a
been
good
like,
point.
here's my life story.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Quick,
sleep.
drama kid, you're on stage. Introduce yourself.
Oh, fuck.
But so all of you that go to sleep, and only Kirill has been here, you find yourself in Tanazet's sanctum, surrounded by the sleeping Aeons. Although Tanazet's mortal form is missing an arm and an eye.
Yep.
As she looks upon you, ah, my champions, it seems I have discovered a way to ask you to visit. As she
We
looks at
do.
all of you, I cannot see your world directly, but I sense that you have arrived at the mountain where Orin resides.
Yes.
Do we know who Orin is?
It has been
He's one of the
spoken of.
primary deities. He's also one
Oh,
of the
right.
primary deities.
Dude,
In the distance, you see an ancient brass dragon, far larger than anything you'd seen. Honestly, the dragon's, even the scales on his back, look like mountains. Orin is one of
Oh,
the most stalwart allies I have ever had. But he should not have been dreaming this long. He has not awoken in centuries. And I'm concerned. I would ask that you take great care, as he is the only god who volunteered himself to also be an Aeon.
then.
Just no reaction from the crowd, crickets.
Um, Kanan is more like
I don't know how to
a
respond.
a god and an Aeon.
Being a god is different from being an Aeon. One is an appointed role, and the other is a sign of deity. Is a sign of fuck. What is the word I'm looking for here?
Divination.
Divinity.
Divinity. That's the word I was looking for. And one is a sign of divinity. They hold, while they hold much crossover in the sake that the Aeons and the gods have worked together many times, they are not the same thing. It is
What should
not
we?
unusual for one to be an Aeon and a god. You were saying something, dear Stubble?
I was just wondering what we should do.
If at all possible, please find out what is going wrong, why he has not awoken, and why he has abandoned his post in the world.
How do we go about
I
that?
know the same way you do with the other Aeons. Find the dreamer. Just know, Orin would never abandon the world for any reason. The fact that he has been asleep here for centuries is of great concern.
Okay.
Now,
Will he? Go ahead.
if there is nothing more to say, would you all like to have pleasant dreams tonight? I'm still capable of that.
As opposed to nightmares.
Be preferable.
Nightmares are not evil. Sometimes the only way to confront reality is to face it within a nightmare first. Nightmares prepare you for the struggles of reality.
Wow. I'd
Mhm.
like pleasant ones. Ovar can have the nightmare.
Until until my silver eye returns to me, I cannot end or start nightmares. I am only capable of dreams.
Oh,
Um, Kanan is going to step forward and offer an apology for what has happened to Tonizet, and also ask how she is feeling since the incident.
It will take some adjustment, and by the time I adjust, hopefully I will have my arm returned to me. It was not your fault, Kanan, as she actually looks at your hand, and everybody here in the dream realm can see the sapphire on his palm.
Hey, what's that?
Cool.
Is that what you've been
Ser-
going crazy about?
Seriously, seriously,
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
it's not
Uh,
cool. It's not
there's
cool.
tendrils and veins running up his pale arm.
Freaking awesome looking. What's wrong
This
with you?
is this is I don't know, something along the lines of maybe the crow god.
Maybe
Ah,
the crow.
did he peck
Is that
you?
the sapphire? Is that the sapphire you've been like going ballistic about this entire time?
Is it not concerning?
It is
I
quite concerning.
I
Why?
mean, we- we're we're not supposed to have sapphires embedded into our hands, especially
He's
not
still
ones leaking tendrils.
says who?
Why? I don't know. I am
right.
marked by the crow god. It'd be a different story if I just put one in my hand.
Crow Goddess is far more powerful and far more ancient than I am. While I do hold power, most gods cannot be harmed within their own realm. The Crow Goddess does not care about that rule of nature.
Oh yeah. Said thanks for letting me in. Let me trash the place while I'm here.
She did not attack one of my champions at random.
Oh, so
You
she
worked hard.
pecked him on purpose?
Yes. Despite her
Something to do with
appearance,
that
she's not
eyeball, right?
bestial. Something in the mortal world bore her witness to you, and she saw an opportunity and struck.
I touched her eye. That
Gross. That was not what she actually said. Well,
Gross.
it seems she took a replacement.
Which is?
lovely.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hurts.
Tanazet's eye. She took
Hurts. The
Tanazet's
crow
eye.
god took Tanzet's eye.
Then maybe she did something else.
The nightmare
Listen, we're going with
inducing eye.
Naruto eyeball logic here. Naruto, where eyeballs are freer to change than light bulbs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because the people who change out their eyes don't have the they don't lack the power at which it would make doing that a serious consequence.
Is there anything myself or this party should be specifically concerned about with
Just
what is
waking up
happening to me?
Aeons.
With what's happening to me.
Unfortunately, you must stay true, you must reject the temptations, and you must not give in. The power she offers you is greater than anything I could give you, but you will not survive. She
Just like the uh-oh.
she will use you as a vessel should you let her. Do not let her.
Oh, so he can be bad. Uh-oh.
Better.
Right?
It's already
Mechanically, what
killed 2
that
people.
means is the more warlock levels you take, the more dangerous this is.
Eldritch Bros. Let's go.
We won't be bros if I take too many.
You only need 3. You only
I
ever need
there
3.
there is something I am now tracking in the background with Kanan that is a corruption mechanic. Tony is not
Every
aware of
time
how it works.
The only thing
every
I'm
time
aware of
over.
is he said level 2 was free because of something warlock. I don't remember.
I, I'm get, I'm not penalizing him for taking level 2 in Warlock because I think the invocations are like really important. Every level past 2.
Yeah, so just take 3. And little to Ovar's knowledge, does he know that every time he says, "Hey, let's look cool and Eldritch blast this thing together," he is actively killing Kanan.
So much killing as opening up the possibility of him unleashing an Eldritch being upon a world that cannot handle it.
Yeah, it's fine. Same thing.
Literal Warlock shit. You're a Warlock to like this nice snake chick. He's a Warlock to actual Eldritch Warlock shit.
I have sugar mommy warlock. He has pimp mommy warlock. Get out there, ho, bitch.
There's two kinds of Warlock patrons. Oh, hi, sweetie. Yes, fire your Eldritch Blast and I am horrible beyond your comprehension. You will never know my motives and you will never know what I do. You delve into my darkness and you will not like what you see.
Help me. Never.
This is not related to this campaign, but in a one shot, I ran a wizard that every single time I took a feat, I took Eldritch Invocation and played a bootleg Warlock.
Really, honestly, the best way to break variant humans is just take Eldritch Adept, take Devil's Sight. You're set for the rest of the campaign.
All right, but to resume, I will give
Yes.
you all pleasant dreams, and you will wake rested. My champions, do your best to save my friend. I know you are capable, and I know you will. Um, do all of you accept the dream and go to leave?
Yes.
Ovar does have like 2, 3-ish questions.
You may ask them. I love the questions of my mortal champions.
The first ones, they're kind of all, I guess, selfish based questions. First one is, from her dreams, do you know how my sister is doing?
She worries for you greatly. You left without warning and you left without message. She is unsure whether you are
Yeah.
alive or dead.
Oh
She has
shit.
nightmares quite often about whether you died, but prays every
Oh,
day that what you will go home and you will find your way safely back.
I thought I left a note saying it was good.
No. I've even brought up in the
Oopsies.
past that you never told her.
Oh, well, that'll be a fun little detour at some point.
That might be a good
um,
detour to take after this quest.
yes. Um, the other ones, as this is both Ovar and me out of character needing to know these fucking answers. I swear to God. Um, what what do you know of my father and his role as a dream walker?
He was a great dream walker. He used to make rounds and visit many of the Aeons before he became tied. He got married and had you and could no longer adventure through the countryside. The last I heard from him when we spoke is he went to visit the Aeon Sariel, and he never
Oh,
returned. He has not dreamed
oh,
since.
okay.
I could
I'm
also show you your
assuming
mother if
you're
you wish.
uh, y- she's yeah.
Not that she is
I've
alive, but I
never
can at least put a face to your curiosity.
yeah, I was so young that, my sister is my family, but I've always wondered about my actual parents.
She, in one hand, conjures a vision of Arthur, the man that Ifrit showed you. Although, unlike
Yeah.
Ifrit, who showed him as a warrior, this shows Arthur as you would have remembered him if you were old enough, and that he is a loving father. He's dressed like a villager. He's dressed like a retired adventurer. She lets that image leave her giant hand as she conjures a high elf woman. Unfortunately, you did not inherit her ears. I do enjoy elvish ears. There's something so fanciful about them. Her name is
That's
Dextra.
nice. Oh, it's nice to have names and faces to the years of questions.
I apologize that they are no longer among the living. I would have loved to tell you where they are.
Uh, and with that, Ovar will happily take those dreams as he softly cries himself to sleep. More asleep,
You
I
dream of
guess, because you have to go to sleep.
you dream of your parents like actually saying they're proud of you.
I'm not crying,
That they
you're crying.
and that they wish they could have met you and the man that you were growing into.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Stubbles wake up a minute because she hears Ovar sniffling and throws tissues
Ovar's
at
in
her.
the ring. Nobody hears this. Nobody hears this
You're
sad
crying.
crying.
You're crying in your sleep. We don't know what you're dreaming.
Yeah, he's in the ring.
You
He's in
you
the ring, so
I'm in
you
the
don't
ring.
even
You
hear
can't
The
him.
hear
ring
me.
is
Oh, that's
crying.
right. I
You
forgot he
know
was in
what?
a ring.
I could hear you. You can't hear me.
Damn horse needs some tissues. And I go back to sleep.
But yes, Ovar dreams of the parents that he now has for the first time in his life, faces to both of. And as he thinks to the fact that Tanazet has known this whole time but did not say anything,
I that's worries for a different time. I'm sure she had her reasons, being a goddess and whatnot.
anybody else have any special requests for dreams?
Jesus.
Fuck it, let's go around the table. What's everybody dreaming about? Since I just fucking
Joe,
devastated Ovar.
do you want to guess, Joe?
It's gotta be rated R or below,
Yep.
not 18. 18 plus
I
is a
thought R
no,
was 18. It's got to be rated R, not rated X.
Kanan will dream
pretty
of
much.
his missing wife.
You see a fawn holding your hand as you're walking through a meadow, not a forest. She suggests we should walk through the woods and pick mushrooms, and you're immediately like, "Oh fuck no!"
Of
And this is your first hint
course.
that his wife was a fawn.
Aw, Fawn and a Fearbog. How cute. Oh god, that's literally like the 7-4 dating the fucking like 4-8.
But what does Kirill dream of? I don't know. I'm just curious now what everybody's dreaming of.
Meryl.
Ecclesia is dreaming about what two gay women do after the bar. And I'll just leave it at that.
Air. What is Stubble dreaming of?
Ooh, lunch,
Fall
food.
in the desert, play with her familiar, the spider, and eating.
There's a banquet before you. Some of it spider related.
And maybe seeing my siblings again. The menagerie
And then
we
let you
are.
abandon without a word.
Yep. Got a
No,
little guilt.
here's the thing. Ovar's circumstances of abandoning his sibling, understandable. Harsh situation. Slavers were involved. You just kind of decided, fuck my family, and left.
No,
Who said yo dog about?
I wanted to go out and find myself. And now I finally become somebody. I become a champion. And I like that.
But you all wake up. Yes, everybody seems like they were incredibly well rested and had a somewhat difficult night for others who are within a ring. But to everybody that just dreamt of Tanazet, mechanically, you all have 10 temporary hit points.
Yay.
You said everyone except me, or like everyone?
Except for Marcius. If I said over, I apologize. I was looking at your screen and speaking about the one who didn't dream.
Oh, okay, okay. It's a
So
little
you all
confused at
have
how you said that
10
because you're like, yeah, the one in
temporary
the
hit
ring,
points.
and they're like, yay. You're like, yeah, the
No,
one in the
when I was
ring,
saying
and then
everyone
you're
but the one in
like,
the ring, no, what I meant by that was everybody had pleasant dreams except for Ovar, who had like pleasant but somewhat traumatic dreams.
good trauma. They were good trauma dreams.
Crybaby
Dad
horse.
said he was proud of you. You now have a name and a face for your elven mother, as you were born with normal
That's
ears. The centaur genes were strong.
oh, oh,
I
at
have a
least.
model made for her. I will post it in the chat. I was just waiting for you to have an opportunity.
I was like, hey, let me ask the embodiment of fire. Yeah, he was cool. Leave me the fuck alone.
Well,
Okay.
here's the difference.
Okay.
That's Chris' personality. You can ask fucking Callie. That was just me acting like the player Chris.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm like, here, let me ask the embodiment of fire. Hey, can you tell me about the family I never knew? Yeah, your dad was cool, now leave me the fuck alone. It's like, hey,
I,
Tanazette, I never thought to ask this. What were my parents like? Here,
I
cry
mean,
yourself to sleep.
I mean, the better honestly, my favorite line from that was, "I thought I was an orphan. Your parents are dead. You are an orphan."
I thought I was an orphan. You are. They're still dead. I mean, yeah, but
Which was just me being Chris. Just what he's like.
oh my god. I thought I was an
But,
orphan. You are. They're still dead. Oh, right.
you you all wake well rested. As Marcius, you get your turn to sleep, and you have a lot of watchmen. You're not allowed to kill him.
No.
But, and the second day begins. Around the table, survival checks once more. And then 18 is going to
Yay!
run before we end the session.
Is it neutral, advantage, disadvantage?
This is still advantage. You're still at the low part of the mountain. This just so you don't think I'm punishing you later. The lower, lighter slopes you can roll with advantage. Middle, you'll be rolling straight, except for Marcius because ranger on his terrain.
Yeah.
And higher, it's gonna get brutal.
15.
Nat
Marcius gets a
20.
26.
It's a 19 for me.
Then
Dang, these are groups. I
they're not. They're
rolled a.
individual.
Oh, never mind. Then it's not as bad as Stubbles. I rolled a 5. I have a
What did
plus
Stubble?
1 at advantage. I rolled a 4 to 3.
What did Stubble get?
I meant like Stubble's check for the previous day. Stubble rolled a
15.
Oh,
1 and went, ooh, mushrooms.
okay. And what was Kanan's?
Marcius is 26. Kanan is 22.
Everybody except for Ovar passes. Ovar,
Jesus.
uh,
Yep.
you exerted a lot of energy running uphill,
Yep.
which is something you're not used to. When you make camp that night, you have to consume an extra ration.
Okay.
If you choose not to take that extra ration, you will take 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, no, I'll take the extra ration.
Figured. You see what I mean by mechanically the rations are actually important for once?
Yeah. So that will mean I've used 3. Let me actually subtract that now since we're ending the night.
Uh,
That
yep, we
must
have
be
one more thing to
some didn't
play.
make it starve to death.
Joe,
Yes.
can Kirill and I go hunting?
Not in this early part, but as you go up higher, yes, that is a possibility. To go hunting will be a separate thing that I will introduce starting next session because it will be necessary. You do not have food for the full 14.
That makes
But
sense. Thank you.
yes, no, that's a good idea. In fact, that is pretty much what's going to happen starting next session because I haven't ironed out the mechanic fully, how I want to run it, because I didn't think we'd get this far. Like I have ideas, I just haven't like ironed out the exact nitty-gritty of this. But as you're climbing up the mountain, you enter a valley before things start getting much steeper, and there's earth-shaking movement. Like you hear pounding on the rock, and you just say, and then you hear a voice, loud, boisterous, and you could be deaf and you hear this voice. That's stop it! You're pissing me off!
Oh, is that it's
You
just
walk around the corner,
thaumaturgy to yell at him.
and there is a 12-foot tall earth genasi
Oh.
pounding on the mountain wall.
Marcius is going to call out, Tara, what are you doing?
Tatiana closed the door again, and I don't remember where it is. Uh, she walks over to the party, and even the tallest of you is like belly height.
Yeah.
you are looking at a slab of a woman.
Did she see
Literal
us down here?
slab.
As she looks at the party and focuses in particular on Ecclesia. Ah, you have brought a pebble. Hello, pebble.
She shifts into another form, the drow that we had talked about earlier. I have
Oh,
nothing to do with this.
you are not Earth Genasi. That makes me sad. I have not seen another of my kind in many years. There's a cat sitting in my dice box.
Well, now I feel bad, but Ecclesia is not a nice person.
Ah, little pebble. No, I'm a drow now. Oh.
I have lost access to my dice box.
Marcius just looks up like, "Hi, Tara."
Now I do need to ask a mechanics question. Does Ecclesia plan to maintain that form? Because I have been looking for excuse to update Ecclesia's model. Because I'm giving everybody new models this season.
She does.
Cool. We will discuss that not in session. But I was hoping to see another. But friends, you bring friends. She picks Ovar up in one hand.
Yeah.
Let me strength check just to make sure, but considering her fucking strength stat, this should not. I need to find it. Somebody roll a d20 for me because I have a cat on mine.
Okay.
That was a nat 20
I
for
got a
me.
5. Oh, I
She goes
got a
nat
5.
20. As
Yeah.
a hand goes under your belly, and she's just like, "Oh, the horse folk. You don't see many of them on mountains."
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling. It's
It's unfortunate. If only you could walk through Earth like Earth. I bit my tongue. Oh my god, I bit that so hard. I'm just like,
Put your tongue
I don't
back.
see many of your kind on this. Tis unfortunate. If only you could walk through mountain like Earth Genasi.
If
As you walk
only.
her, as you watch her, literally, her giant mass set you down and walk into the stone, and it doesn't move,
Yep.
but she disappears into it before popping her head
Yep.
out farther down.
I love her, Genasi. Mechanically, they're the
Earth,
worst, but they're also the most fun Genasi.
but no,
So,
I, I am Terra because I am big,
Mhm.
like Earth.
Yep. I love these
Anybody who wants
characters
to know about
so much.
Earth Genasi lore can roll like fucking history.
You know what? Screw
They're
it. Why not?
they are
I
the
got a
rarest of
straight
the
roll.
Genasi. They are the rarest of the
Straight roll.
Genasi.
23.
Straight roll. I got an
Natural
18.
natural 20.
Earth Genasi in their culture, unlike most cultures which are all about age or all about size, the fact that she calls herself Terra means she is the biggest, baddest Earth Genasi that she has ever met.
How many has she met?
Not many,
Seems like not many.
but
Seems like
but that is why she called Ecclesia Pebble, because an Earth Genasi the size of a normal person is a very small Earth Genasi.
That's amazing.
But yes, Marcius, you bring friend. Hello, Uthrod. You see Uthrod just fucking cower, just like, don't pick me up for the love of God. I'm not gonna bite you, but like,
One thing.
I,
Oh, because
I,
ice is weak to rock. Pokemon
I,
joke.
yeah, the only other person that can call him by a single word. Lovely. Tara, I've missed you, but I have a question or two for you if you could answer them for me.
10 words or less.
Have you seen the other Dragonborn pass by?
9 words. Kept to word. Respect. Yes, they go up the mountain. I have not seen them, though. I have been looking for Tatiana.
What happened to
Who's
If
Tatiana?
you,
Tatiana?
she was supposed to meet me on this lower part of mountain, but I have not seen her. If you will help me, I will help you. I will help ease your burden up the mountain. Otherwise, I
Um,
must devote my energy to finding Tatiana.
I will agree if my fellow travelers will agree with me. Kaden's going to agree because why not? She just walked through a mountain. That could be helpful.
Uh, Ovar will
Her head's
not
still sticking
complain
out of the
about
mountain.
help. Ovar will not complain about help up this fucking terrible mountain. It's only day 2 and he's already struggling.
And he's a horse,
Only
of
day two,
course.
he's already taken an extra ration. But yes, if the party is willing, this will be the first side quest on the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find the star. Oh no, wait, that wasn't Todd. That is her movie, but the
All right.
bug was looking.
With everybody agreeing to this quest, we have arrived in episode 1 of season 3, Quest for the Dragon God. See you next time at the table.